Did you know that over 1 billion Christians today can trace their faith back to one event, the capture of Jerusalem in 1099? And do you know how that happened? Well, let me tell you. It all started with this guy, Pope Urban II. He was the head of the Christian church in Europe at the time, and he wanted more people to become Christian. Now, there's this land called the Holy Land, which is where Jesus lived and preached and where he started his religion. But at the time, it was under the control of Muslims. So the Pope asked a favor from the kings of Europe to go over there and take it back, and so they did. It was the First Crusade. And in 1099, they captured Jerusalem and killed everyone who didn't convert to Christianity. And then after this, Muslims all over the world were like, hey, wait a minute. We kind of want that land back. Like, hey. And so for the next 80 years, they fought back and forth over it, until finally, in 1187, a Muslim leader named Saladin Rah took Jerusalem for himself. The Christians were like, oh no, we want our city back. And so they called for another crusade to take it back. And this time, they had a really good leader named Richard the Lionheart. And Saladin Rah knew he was coming. So he spent all his time preparing for the war, built new roads and brought in reinforcements and weapons from all over the Muslim world. Richard's army was huge, had 20,000 knights and 200,000 infantrymen. Now when they met, it was brutal. There were battles and sieges and a lot of death. But in the end, they both realized something. Fighting wasn't really getting them anywhere. So they decided to try something different. Started trading with each other. See, when you trade, you don't attack each other. When you don't attack each other, more of your stuff gets sold. So it was a win-win. And what they traded was really interesting. European Christians got things like spices, textiles, and gold from Muslim merchants. And in return, they gave them glass, textiles, and silver. This worked out pretty well for a while. Richard even became friends with Saladino. In fact, there is this story about how Richard was captured by the Muslims and Saladin let him go for a big ransom. And afterwards, they kept writing letters to each other about poetry and stuff.